Alright guys, so today's video is going to be the best free-to-play card set in Tales of Wind. And this is like an in general card set for I think almost every class. Maybe a few classes would be slightly different because they don't have debuff damage or something of that sort. But I think overall that this card build that I've come up with is pretty good. And then honestly, a big part of the card build though is actually having your cards maxed. Because the thing with card builds is if your cards aren't maxed, you're gonna have to work around that and compensate with what you have maxed, what you don't, and like that changes your assist slots and things like that. But I think for most free to play at this point in time, you guys should have all your cards mostly refined to a decent degree, since we don't get much, and you should have like enough mana and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show it. So this is the card build: Nebula, Meloetta, Spring, Stefan for main slot. And then for assist slots, I think that Fardis, 4 Fardis, and then 4 Grays would be good. Obviously, like these aren't fully upgraded right now because I don't have everything. But yeah, 4 Fardis, 4 Grays for assist. I don't think Magic Kitty in assist is better than Fardis nor Gray. And the reason that I like Gray is because Gray gives good damage X about the same amount, plus or minus Magic Kitty, and then it gives a little bit of crit rate, which also helps for free to play who don't have super high crit rate from like Lucy or Girl of Hearts or something like that. And Magic Kitty doesn't give any attack, whereas the other two give attack. And then Fardis is just really good in assist for the debuff damage multipliers, like one of the highest multipliers that you can get. And then he gives attack, like I said earlier. And then Lily goes in assist because this card doesn't bring much merit in main slot because the base stats of Lily are only defense and HP and tenacity. It doesn't have Lily doesn't have attack, whereas other glove cards will have attack on their main thing, like Norm. So that's what that is. And then the talisman and headwear assist slots really just put whatever you have in there. Like as a free to play, it's hard to get talisman and headwear cards, at least good ones, and they mostly rely on RNG. So just put whatever you have in there, and it honestly works out. But the reason that I have both Spring and Meloetta in main slot, because in the past I used to run 70% ignore defense, but although I've changed that now to be running like more closer to 100% for the coercion bonus, as well as the fact that on Asura, since Descending Asura ignored 70% damage, I was only relying on DA to do damage. This encompasses the whole skill set that allows Shadow Strike to do more damage, Blade Assault if you use that, and also Killzone. Even though those are mostly like support skills, it's still a little bit of added extra damage on. And then Meloetta and Spring both are required to reach the ignore defense cap, in my opinion. And if you're not running them, you can put Fardis in main and take out a Spring, but I just don't think currently like it'll make too much of a difference. And I haven't tested it on this class yet, but I don't think that Fardis main is gonna be too crazy over a Spring main, especially if your Spring has max lines with the 2% damage X from the 12 line that I'm missing. Then Meloetta is just really good because he gives so much ignore defense, which really helps a lot of free to plays. Nebula, because Nebula is just probably one of the strongest cards you can get in the game right now for free to play. It's like 4, 7, 9, 11% debuff damage, which is really good. 4% damage multiplier. I call damage X damage multiplier sometimes, so my bad. And then Stefan for the debuff damage and damage X as well. 6% debuff. I think 4% damage X, yeah. And that's really it for like the free to play card build, because other than this, the only other card you can really swap in is maybe Fardis going in main, Spring and assist, or like Fardis in main, Magic Kitty and assist, something of that sort. But I don't think that'll make too much of a difference. And then for glove cards, just use the free to play glove card set. Though Norm will be replaced soon with the Star Glance, I think it's called, the new rank 5 glove card that we're getting next week. for more attack and tenacity, since these other cards are just supporting for attack. And then weapon cards just work with what you have. If you don't have something, it's alright. Just work with what you have because that's really all we can do as free to play. Talisman cards is the same deal, and I think that about sums up free to play card set for me and my explanation on it. So if you guys have any other questions about it, I guess message me or reach out and I'll try to explain. But I think that this is currently like the best to run until we get more cards. The new crit rate card I'm not a fan of in PvE personally, and although in PvP, yeah, it's good, but I haven't made a PvP card set build. I'll think about that later, maybe, and thanks for watching.